Well, welcome back to our Finding Hope in Jesus Bible study. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at key truth number 2. God created man good. There was no evil, sin, or suffering in the world God created. Before creating man, in Genesis chapter 1, verses 3 through 25, the Bible describes how God prepared the earth for man to live on. God revealed to us that he created the earth in 6 literal 24-hour days. On day number 1, verses 3 through 5 of Genesis 1, we see God created light. And in verse number 4, God said it was good. Then on day 2, verses 6 through 8, God created the atmosphere where the birds fly. On day 3, in verses 9 through 13, God caused the dry land to appear from the waters. In verse 10, God said that it was good. God also made the grass and trees. And in verse 12, God said that it was also good. On day number 4, verses 14 to 19, God made the stars, the sun, and the moon. And in verse 18, God said that it was good. Then on day 5, verses 20 to 23, God made the fish that swim in the water and birds that fly in the air. And in verse 21, God said that it was good. Then on the last day, day number 6, verses 24 to 31, God made the land animals. And in verse 25, God said that it was good. And so when God looked at what he made up to this point, he said that it was good. You see, God was preparing the world for man to live on, and everything was good in his sight. There was no evil or suffering in the things that God created. And then we read something interesting in verses 26 through 30. We're still on day number 6. God finished his creation by making man. The first man's name was Adam. And then in verse number 31, we read this. And God saw everything that he made, and behold, it was very good. What did God say in verse 31 after creating man? God saw everything he made and said it was very good. Now, it's important to see the difference. When God created nature, he said it was good. But after creating man, he said that it was very good. This shows that God values mankind more than nature and the animals he created. Man is much more important to him. Man is more special to him. You see, according to verse number 31, God created man good. God created everything and everyone to fit together in perfect harmony. There was no sin. There was no evil. There was no suffering in the world that God created. And God said after creating man that it was very good. Now, what does very good mean? Well, it means to be of high quality. It means to be complete, perfect. This means that God designed you to be a great and an amazing person. But most likely you don't feel that way about yourself or about mankind in general. And as we look at society around us, we see evil, we see sin, we see suffering in the world. And if we are honest, we also know that there's something wrong inside our own heart too. Sin is there. You see, something happened to this perfect world that God created. What happened? Well, study on to find out.